Then they started telling me that by rejecting their request, I was now no better than them because I was forgetting all those years when my mom had supported me and raised me alone. This was my opportunity to make it up to her and help her. But here I was acting ungrateful and disrespectful to everything they had done for me in the past. It seemed incredibly absurd to me that they would bring that up, since back then I was literally a child. There was no way I could have chosen not to depend on them. Even if I had wanted to be less of a burden, I would still have had to depend on them financially, and it's not like they were doing me a favor. As soon as they thought I was old enough to fend for myself, they pushed me to leave home, and basically kicked me out. And then refused to even acknowledge my existence, for almost the next 18 years. Even after all that, I couldn't understand how they had the audacity to demand that I help them for everything they had done for me in the past. The argument became quite nasty and personal after that. And I started threatening to call the police if they didn't leave my property, immediately. So after a while, they left. But my mom kept saying she had made many sacrifices when she was younger just because she wanted to be a good mother to me. And that only once in her life had she expected me to understand her situation, and allow her to prioritize other people instead of just me. She believed I should have been more understanding instead of excluding her for so many years. And now, according to her, I was the one who was trying to make her look like the bad guy in the story. This situation has been going around in my head ever since. I don't know if it's really me who is wrong, and I ended up expecting too much from my mom, or if she's just trying to manipulate me. I should be sure that I'm right, but just to be completely at ease, I've decided to post on Reddit to ask for your unbiased opinions. Ida for refusing to pay for my half-siblings' college expenses when my estranged mother and stepfather are going through financial difficulties. Edit. I spoke with my uncle and explained to him that what he did was neither okay nor acceptable. Although his intentions were good, the outcome of his actions was definitely not. If he hadn't told my mom about my current situation, nor given my contact information and address without my permission, I wouldn't be going through this. He apologized to me many times and assured me that he had no idea that my mom would do something like this, since not even he knew they were going through financial problems. If he had known, he wouldn't have told them anything about my life. He also acknowledged that it wasn't his place to talk to my mom about these matters. If we had wanted to fix things on our own, we would have done so without him intervening. I don't plan on cutting off my relationship with him because, after all, he didn't act with malicious intent. If that had been the case, I would be much angrier with him. Besides, thanks to him, I was able to go to college in the first place, because no one else was willing to step up and help me by taking on the responsibility of co-signing my loan. If you think about it, if it hadn't been for him, maybe I wouldn't be in this position now, and I don't want to be ungrateful to him. But I'm also not someone you can walk all over, so I made sure he knew that. My grandparents know about the current situation with my mom, and they think I'm right, and have told me that they're going to try to get her and Harry to leave me alone. They have always maintained contact with my mom, because they didn't want to lose their relationship with their other grandchildren, which is quite understandable. Although they can understand what their family is going through, they don't think it's right, or justified what they are putting me through. That's their opinion on the matter, and I think it's quite reasonable. Now comment update to tag you on part 3.